Hey, this will be a little bit longer video today. You may want to know, how is a LoudMouthTim video made? Well, when I'm making one through StreamYard, it's right here on the laptop computer, and it goes right up to YouTube from there. But anything that I film on the video camera has a longer editing process on the computer first before it gets made. And I recently made a video about the Scooby electric scooters they have here in the Pittsburgh area, but I haven't edited it yet, and I haven't put it up on YouTube yet. So I'm going to do that today, and I decided, you know what, I'm just going to let the thing run and record it, and people can watch it. You know, I mean, who's going to watch more than 3 minutes of it? I'd be bored out of my mind. And it was something to do. And if you want, you can let the video play while you're not at home, and it counts up the YouTube time. Although I have been seriously considering going to BitChute, B-I-T-C-H-U-T-E, because I've seen too many people whose videos I like get edited and censored and deleted on YouTube, and so I'm losing my enthusiasm for YouTube. I already have a LoudMouthTim account on BitChute, and I will probably put all my videos over there as well as over here. So that's another story. But anyhow, whenever I'm filming a video, not through StreamYard, I'm using my video camera. This is a Canon Vixia HFR 600. I got this thing about 4 years ago when my old camera's CCD chip died, and everything gets filmed in this. Now, when I'm editing on the computer, let me get it up here. I use Windows Movie Maker 2.6. Yes, that is from about 2002, when Windows XP came out. But you know what? I got used to it then. It's simple. I like it. I don't need anything more, so that's what I use. And I was too lazy to change and learn something newer. Let's see. I'll set my screen size to where I want it. Oh, and by the way, here are my video displays. I've got a 22-inch monitor here, a 16:10 ratio. I've got a new Acer 32-inch in 16:9, and I've got a Dell 22-inch in 16:9. So 22, 32, 22. Anyhow, when I want to load a video from the camera to the computer, that's no problem. But the problem I have is this thing outputs in MP4 file format. And Windows Movie Maker 2.6 does not accept an MP4 format. You can load up WMVs or AVI files or other ones, but not MP4. So what I have to do first is open up a program called MPEG Streamclip. And I had found this program a few years ago. One guy thinks he told me about it, but I'm not going to give him any credit because he was not a good friend or anything, so forget him. So, yeah, as far as I'm concerned, I found it on my own. I found it through some website forum, and someone on the forum randomly mentioned it to me. So that's the story. So when I want to, I have to convert the MP4s to AVI files, because this has an option to output in AVI, audio video interleave. I'll hit File, Open File, and I already have pre-selected here a folder where the Scooby video pieces are. And I'll click one, and I'll hit Open, and it puts it up here. And then, now this one's already been converted, but I would hit File, Export to AVI. I would turn the quality down to 10% because anyway, that's a very high quality. And then I would hit Make AVI, and I would give it a little bit of a different name. And hit Save, and wait. And that's it. And this is a small little piece of video here right at the end, so it's going to be done in about 15 seconds. Let's see when this window disappears. So once that's done, I do that for each piece of the video that I made, and then I have AVI files, and I can import those directly into Movie Maker 2.6 and do all the cutting there, and there you go. So that one's done. I don't need MPEG Streamclip anymore for this purpose. I'll go back into the actual folder and delete what I just made because no need for 2 copies of it in there. I'll minimize that. Now, we're all set. I'm going to start bringing in the video files, each little piece of video, to Movie Maker 2.6, and I have to watch through most of it and see, okay, what do I have and which pieces end up in the actual video. And if anyone types in the comments there, I see someone's in here, someone's watching, but if anyone types in the chat over here on this side, please do, because otherwise I won't know who it is. But I might not see it right away because I'm looking over here. And this is just up running. All right. Import video. I'll have to select the right folder. And here's the first piece of video from that. Import that, and it's there. I've had a quirk going on with Movie Maker recently, so I'm going to preempt that before I get too far into this.
And for the first time, it's time to go for a ride on a Scooby scooter. What's a Scooby scooter? I'll show you. Yes, it's a Scooby scooter.
Typical video for me, good right from the start. Alumni quad, no, that is my 2 cockatiels, Beaker and Bowie, out in the other room. They're just out there doing whatever they're doing. Now let me skip this ahead to the end. Okay. I'll have to focus on this what I'm doing here because going back and forth will be very distracting. I know it's boring, but hey, whatever. You're getting to see. This is the video being made. And you'll see what ends up in the actual video. For those of you who this is the high point of your day, that's bad.
It's Sunday, and for the first time this year, it's time to go for a ride on a Scooby scooter. What's a Scooby scooter? I'll show you. This is a Scooby scooter. This is the company, it's Scooby.co. They've been putting these electric scooters around the east end of Pittsburgh. This is their 3rd year doing it. They got a good deal on these Gen Z Infra 2.0 scooters. Decals and things on them. And you can rent them with a cell phone app and ride them around. They're all electric scooters, and they'll run up to 30 miles an hour. I have made them go faster than 30 miles an hour going down a hill, but that's probably not a good idea. And yes, let's see, I do exceed the suggested weight rating to ride this thing, but I've never had a problem. It'll pull up a hill with me on it. So we are in the Lawrenceville area of Pittsburgh. And this is a place, a big parking lot I've been to before. I can get all the way up to speed on this straightaway and slow back down again. However, I did screw up. I was almost all the way down here, and I was about to open up my phone app and find where is the nearest Scooby scooter. And I realized, I left my tripod at home. The plan was to put the camera somewhere and I'll ride back and forth in front of it. Maybe once. How many times can you stand to see that? But fortunately for me, these cement and brick things are right here, so I can put the camera on one of them. So let's start by doing that. I'll have to see how good of a picture that makes. Oh, that looks good.
Well, that's good when you can make that much. That's 2.5 minutes in one shot right there. But I don't have to cut up and mess with. That's the first piece of the video. So I'll hit split clip. And that'll get dragged down to the timeline down there. And that's there. This water's really early. Now, I have the rest of it here. I can cut up and go into pieces with. I have to look through it and cut out the good parts rather than the not so bad parts. Oh, I missed the going. Yeah, okay. Okay. Right there. Okay, I'm going to back it up about a second or so from there. 539. Once the scene changes, I'll give it a fraction of a second or so. So once the scene changes, then you can see, oh, okay, I'm looking at this scene now before the actual action begins. So that is the piece I cut out that won't be used. Now I'm in this part. I'm watching that. Okay. I try not to let little pieces of the video run for too long. Hey, Raul. I am making a live stream today of me editing the video for my upcoming Scooby electric scooter video. I'm doing the editing for it right now here. And if you go back, once the video is done, you go back and watch the first couple of minutes of this video, you'll see the details of what I'm using here and what, why, and wherefore, and so forth. Video camera, editing program, and so forth. Okay, so I have to, this is the piece I just cut right here. It's 7.5 seconds long. For a long time, when I've been making my videos, online video at LoudMouthTim.com, I've always had a really hard time deciding what to cut out of a video and what to keep in, because a lot of times there is so much more I want to show. And if I do, it's like, okay, Tim, the video's not even half over yet and you're going past 10 minutes already, and so much has to be cut out. That's a tough choice to make sometimes. So I'm going to pull that piece of video down here and put it in the timeline. And Raul, this is Windows Movie Maker 2.6. Yes, from about the year 2002 and Windows XP that I use for my video editing. Go back and watch the first few minutes of the video later on. Here's the piece we still have left. I drove the scooter down, and I'm going to turn around and come back. And I happened to notice when I was driving down the street, here comes people walking their dog, and the camera just tipped over. But they're walking their dog, and my camera is down here unsupervised. So I have to get back down here and make this scene of coming back, and then stop and get my camera before they get anywhere near my camera. So there were a little bit of interference. Okay. Okay, pause it right about there and cut that into 2 pieces, because it's enough time to see me riding down the scooter, but not from way back there. I say, yes, Tim, we get the point. You're riding a scooter. You don't have to show us you riding it for 8 miles. So, anyway, a little bit of this scene, a little bit of that scene, and a little bit of that scene, and that tells the entire story. Okay, let me start over again because I was talking. Okay. 5.41 seconds. Okay, I'll cut that there. And now that is a piece of the video. And I'll put that down on the timeline. Now let me see what's left in this piece of the video, which is only 31 seconds long. I think I just turned around, came back, got the camera, and shut it off. And then I moved up there to some dumpsters with the camera because people were walking down here with their dog. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so I thought, nothing there to be shown. Oh, here's another little thing. Home construction. Those of you who've seen me on the Archie Luxury Show, up there, my access panel on the roof. Well, here's my extended, I created this, my extended platform for my third monitor. This is a piece of 3/4-inch wood. I got at the store. It was listed as 1 inch by 12 inch by 36. I cut it down to 22 inches and cut a notch out of it. And it's really only 3/4 of an inch thick. But I have one little C-clamp back here holding it onto the table. And that's nice and solid. And that holds the third monitor. A little bit of my engineering. Okay. Anyhow, that's the first piece of the video. I got the pieces out of it that I want, and the rest of it won't be used. So now I'm going to go up here to import video, and I'll go to the next piece that I have, the next scene, because once you stop the camera and start it again, it'll make a different scene in here. So it's to be treated as a separate piece of video. And there have been some people who write some comments in some of my videos who I think they don't like me or they try to find fault with me. So what I thought about them when I was making this part here. I'm riding this scooter one-handed and holding the camera in the other hand. And I think this is not a safe thing to do. And wouldn't they love it if I wrecked while I was doing this? I had that in mind. The people who comment on my videos, I was thinking about you. I mean, this is 3 minutes and 13 seconds. Oh, a lot has to be cut out of here, I'll tell you that. But I have to watch through it the first time to see what I want to cut out. Sorry for stuff too exciting. You know what I don't like? Looking at the camera, see, my back is there, and this part is up here, and it's too far that way. Maybe I'm not this bad in real life, but the camera adds a whole lot of weight on me.
Now I'm going to hold the camera with one hand and drive with the other hand. And I can tell, based on the comments I get on some of my videos,
I wasn't listening, so I have to start over.
These scooters will go up to 30 miles of range per battery charge. And I've run an entire battery down to 0. It'll do it. Now,
pause. And this is what I'm talking about. What's this here? If you get one more monitor, you'll have IMAX. Well, I have 3. I don't know if you can see here. I have 3. I have a 22-inch 1610, a 32-inch 16:9, and a 22-inch 16:9. They're all the same size. But this is some of the problems I have. There are things I want to leave in the video, but I have to remember it's interesting to me, but not everyone. And if you let it run, it's running for minutes and minutes and minutes, and who's going to watch all that? So you have to cut it down to the really good parts and let it go with that.
We have a new style cell phone here with these little rubber bands on it. Which I don't think is a good idea. It's easy to break. That's right, trust it. Now I'm going to hold the camera with one hand and drive with the other hand. And I can tell, based on the comments I get on some of my videos lately, some people would just love to see me crash while riding one-handed. You would, wouldn't you? Come on, I know what you're thinking. That would make your day. Okay. Right, one-handed.
I'm going 20 miles an hour riding one-handed.
Riding one-handed. Okay. Let's slow down before I crash and get killed.
And 20 isn't super fast, but it can be when you're this close to hitting pavement with your face.
Now I'm sure there's a ton of wind noise in the camera. So the whole idea of these, let me stop so I can talk about this thing. It's a little wind in the camera. They put 100 of these scooters around the east end of Pittsburgh. And the whole idea is, drive an electric scooter instead of taking your gasoline car somewhere. And I can see in a lot of cases it would work out very well. Me, I live too far away, and even on the lower speed roads to get home, the scooter still wouldn't go fast enough. And I'm sure I'd be out of the authorized area anyhow. So I come out once in a while, I'll rent a scooter and I'll go ride around somewhere. Just for a while, okay, I've done that. Now let's head on home. There are a lot of those little stand-up scooters available for like the Lime scooters and the Bird scooters, and Uber scooters, and I don't even know what other brands. And I've seen them, and I've never ridden one of those yet. But these bigger scooters, I've ridden them a few times, and it's always been nice. Something to do.
Okay, I've watched through that entire section of the video, and I have a good idea of what I'm going to go back and cut out of it to keep in. So I'm going to go back and do that now. Wow. Go back to the start.
Please.
Let's get it past the part that I already saw.
And I can tell, based on the, I'll hold the camera with one hand. Not sure I trust it. Now I'm going to hold the camera with one hand, and not sure I trust it.
Okay, I'm going to cut the video there, and then I'll let it play out.
Now I'm going to hold the camera with one hand and drive with the other hand. And I can tell, based on the comments I get on some of my videos lately, some people would just love to see me crash while riding one-handed. You would, wouldn't you? Come on, I know what you're thinking. That would make your day. Okay. Right, one-handed. How's number 40 minutes? Right, one-handed. Okay. Let's slow down before I crash and get killed.
Okay, I'm going to pause the video right there. That's enough to establish, okay, this is what we did in this scene. I'm going to cut the video there. Now that is a new piece of the video to be added to the final movie. Now I'm going to go back through and watch the rest of this, because there's one more little piece I might leave in.
Now I'm sure they put 100 of these scooters.
But does this repeat what I said at the start of the video? I think it kind of does.
Around the east end of Pittsburgh.
It wouldn't have that.
And the whole idea is, you know.
No, Raul, I never thought about editing music videos.
Instead of taking your gap.
I wouldn't have the first idea where to start or what they like or anything like that. All the music videos today, they're all edited to a real strict format. I did a video about this a while back about how bad modern music is. It's not music anymore. It's all corporate made to a formula, that their research shows gets them the most hits, the most views, the most sales. So yeah, it wouldn't be any good at all for that. Because my way doesn't get me a whole lot of new subscribers on here, apparently. Oh, I'll be right back in. Okay, I'm back. It's time for a king-size Hershey with almonds. Why do I have such a hard time losing weight? Maybe this is part of the problem. Anyhow, okay, back to this. I have to listen to this piece of the video.
And yeah, I can see in a lot of cases it would work out very well. Me, I live too far away, and even on the lower speed roads to get home, the scooter still wouldn't go fast enough. And I was trying out of the authorized area anyhow. So I come out once in a while, I'll rent a scooter and I'll go ride around somewhere. For a while, okay, I've done that. I was heading home. There are a lot of those little stand-up scooters available for like the Lion scooters and the Bird scooters and Uber scooters, and I don't even know a lot of the brands. And I've seen them, and I've never ridden one of those yet. But these bigger scooters, I've ridden them a few times, and it's always been nice. Something to do.
No, I think that's just repeating what I said in the first scene. Let me go back and check that.
For a ride on a Scooby scooter. What's a Scooby scooter? I'll show you. This is a Scooby scooter. This is the company, this Scooby.co. They've been putting these electric scooters around the east end of Pittsburgh. This is their third year doing it. They got a good deal.
Yeah, that's no good. What I was going to say, that last piece of the video repeats what I said in the first segment down here. So now that piece is out. Now this video clip is finished. I'll go back up here to import video and go to the next piece of video. Import that. And it's 2 minutes and 41 seconds. And I have to watch this and see, okay, what's in this piece of video.
The first time I read one of these, I wasn't sure it would have enough power. But it runs fine. It'll just be with me on it, no problem at all. put a little computer power cord plug right there. You can put it in and charge it. Or you can turn the key lock and drop the batteries right out the front there and swap out the whole pack. Well, there's always so much I can talk about. Yeah, I rented an electric scooter. I went for a ride on it. That's pretty much the whole show. So
one of these scooters goes around $4,000, brand new.
My car about 4 blocks over that away.
Since they bought 100, they got a good discount.
So if you have the electric scooters in your area, go out and give them a try. It's something to do, if nothing else. .co, having these scooters here.
I'm skipping through the video now to see what I'm missing.
So I'll get on a Scoobies for 62. Open up the trunk and rub my wipe some water with me. Okay, that's all.
There might be a little piece of video in here I would use. Let me go back and rewatch it.
Be with me on it, no problem at all. But I wasn't sure it would happen. I rented one of these. The first time I rented one of these.
Okay, I'm going to cut that video there. Watch it from here.
The first time I rented one of these, I wasn't sure it would have enough power. But it runs fine. It'll get up to speed with me on it, no problem at all. Put a little computer power cord plug right there. You can put it in and charge it. Or you can turn the key lock and drop the batteries right out the front there and swap out the whole pack.
Now this is one of the tough choices I have to make. Me being a techno nerd, I would like to include that piece in the video. But for the average person watching, do they really need to know? Are they really going to want to spend the extra 35 seconds to watch that? And I think probably not. Yeah, I'd like to include it, but I'm trying to think about the viewer too. So, tough choice, but I'm going to leave that video, that piece of the video out. Because I don't think it adds enough to it to be worth it.
It's show. The third year. A Scooby Scooter 62. Okay, that's all.
Okay, that's all for that segment. Let me go on to import video to the next piece. Import that and see what's in this piece of the video. Well, I know it's in this piece. I got on the scooter and I drove down there and I drove down there and drove down there and came back to the thing. I already did it once. Do you really want to see me, some big fat guy riding a scooter back and forth again? I look too fat on that thing. I guess I would bored everybody off the channel. We're down to one viewer.
That was me riding the Scooby Scooter.
Well, I look even super fat with that helmet on. Ugh, that does not help. Oh, pieces of that video I could include, but yeah. It starts to drag real quick.
That was me riding the Scooby scooter.
Oh, that doesn't need to be in there, I don't think. All right, let me go into the next segment. Import video. That one.
Okay, I'm back in my working place now.
Oh,
I'm all done. I'm in the shade. I'm ready to end the ride after 33 minutes and some seconds. Having traveled that many miles. Hey, right, complete. Yes, I'm on the full speed. Yes, the phone charger and the helmet's in the trunk. Yes, I'm parked in a good spot. And this is a 24-hour or whatever street sweeping zone right here. Okay, now we'll turn off Scooby. It's ending the ride.
and I went through the editing process twice because
Yeah,
it had my old ATM card information in their phone app. So I had to go in here, change my ATM card information, and then redo the ending process to close and lock down the scooter.
So it doesn't surprise me. What's that?
No sense showing that part twice. I'll just show the second one.
I was wondering what it would say. Miles completed 4, miles traveled 30. This was my account. Miles completed 4, miles traveled 39, pounds of CO2 saved 24. Interesting nerd information. Okay, back up to my current ride. There's that. Okay, now I'll try again. 36 minutes. Ride complete.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, now I'll try again.
Here's the part where I will start the video from. This is when I'm completing the ride and locking down the scooter and stopping them from charging me for more minutes. Okay, I'll cut the video right there. Now I have this piece of video. I'll start letting it play.
Okay, now I'll try again. 36 minutes. Ride complete. Yes, and yes. Turn off Scooby. Ending the ride. Nope, no issues. Everything's good. I just turned off the scooter.
It said no when I hit yes.
Okay. Carry on. Time. Ride duration, 4 miles traveled. Total cost $14.16. Now, all of that was just for the time, because I spent a lot of time stopping, setting up the camera, taking down the camera. You know, I wasn't just driving from A to B.
And there, the ride's done.
And here's all the local Scoobies in the area. Okay, it's been a fun day on the Scooby scooter. Fun day on the Scooby scooter.
picking the end spot, going frame by frame. Okay. I'm going to watch that again.
Okay, now I'll try again. 36 minutes. 5 complete. Yes, 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 and yes. Turn off scooter. Ending the ride. Nope, no issues. Everything's good. I just turned off the scooter. Okay. Here we are. My duration, 4 miles traveled. Total cost $14.16. Now, all of that was just for the time, because I spent a lot of time stopping, setting up the camera, taking down the camera. You know, I wasn't just driving from A to B. And here's all the local Scoobies in the area. Okay, it's been a fun day on the Scooby Scooter.
Okay, that's a good piece right there. Okay. I'll take that. I'll drag it down the timeline. And that's part of the video. And what's this little piece left over here? It's only 3.5 seconds long, so nothing there. Things going across. And there's one more piece of the video, and it's a short one too.
Oh, once I got back in the car, I opened up the app again, I pressed my account button, and look at it. Now I have 5 rides total, with 43 miles traveled, and 27 pounds of CO2 saved. Whoopee!
Yeah, not much in that piece of video, but I'll put it in anyhow.
Oh, once I got back in the car, I opened up the app again, I pressed my account button, and look at it. Now I have 5 rides total, with 43 miles traveled, and 27 pounds of CO2 saved. Whoopee!
Okay, we can trim a few seconds off the end. The entire piece is only 21 seconds long. I can trim a few seconds off the end.
27 pounds of CO2 saved. Whoopee! Whoopee! 27 pounds of CO2 saved.
Okay.
Whoopee! Whoop! Whoop!
Okay, we'll cut that right there. We'll add this piece to the video. And then that's good. Now, one little quirk I have with this editing program, I started doing it recently,
Whoopee!
is the first time you go to save your file, it'll just freeze up. Then you have to forcibly close out of the program and reopen it, and it'll say, "I found a video that was in process. Do you want to recover it?" Yes, but it won't recover the last couple of video clips you made. So, to preempt that, I am making a couple of short little pointless clips at the end here to add on to it. And so it can lose those, and I don't care. I'll have to go back through and cut and paste and do all that all over again. And then I'll just resave it with those pieces taken back out. Maybe I should just wipe out and reload the editing program onto the computer. That might fix it too, but I didn't feel like doing that today. Okay, now hit File. It's really frustrating. that it does that. So it totally does not need to do that. Save movie file. I'll click it. Oh, yeah. The one time I'm ready for it, it does it right. So I'm going to take those back out. Okay, now, this is the completed video, 5 minutes and 26 seconds. Hello, ICE. I gave a little speech at the front of this video, the first couple of minutes, that goes over all the details of it. But I'll tell you again here, this is Windows Movie Maker 2.6. From way back around the year 2002, it came out with Windows XP. But watch the first few minutes of this video. I go over all the tech details of what I'm doing here. I'm editing the Scooby Scooter video that I'm going to put up on YouTube as a result of making it here. I thought I'd let the camera run and stream the video creation process. How does a LoudMouthTim video become? You can go out and run the camera, but how does it get edited and put on YouTube? Now you know. Okay, let's see if it'll behave properly this time. I'll very carefully click the Save Movie File button, and it came up. Good. Okay, next, enter a file. Scooby Scooters. Oh, and I have to change the destination file. And hit OK. Okay, next. And I always use the middle choice in the Save Movie Wizard. Best quality for playback, best fit to file size, or other settings. I've always used best fit to file size. For the megabytes, I'll max that out. And I'll change this to kilobytes, and I'll max that out too. And that'll give me a bit rate of 2.1 megabits per second. Okay, 34 megabytes, yeah. 2.1, no, that's right. 84 megabytes total disk space for this. 2.1 megabits per second. It'll be encoded as a Windows Media Video WMV video file. 16:9 aspect ratio, 30 frames per second. I'll hit next, and it will now compile the video for me. And while it's doing that, I'll bring up my task manager. It doesn't even use hardly any of the CPU or memory for the encoding. I've got an i7 6700K in here and 16 gigabytes of RAM. And currently we're using 26% physical memory and 16% of the 6700K processor. So a lot more faster encoding here, I think, could be happening. All right, back up to 3 viewers. Who else is on? Type something in the comments. All right, I'll really go crazy here. If anybody wants to join me on the stream, I'll hit a copy, and I'll put it down here. I'll hit paste, and then I'll hit chat. So there is the link to the stream if you want to come on the thing with me, if you're on a laptop or on your phone or a desktop with a webcam. Now 5 minutes remaining in the video encoding. I don't know how long you can see that. It's on a white background. Well, this is about 1/5 of the way across. Well, it says 24%, so it's going across. I'll be back in the room here in just a minute or 2 or 3. All right. Let's see here. Alumni Quad. I don't know what that means. And ICE. Have I tried Adobe Premiere or Sony Vegas? No, I have not. I thought about a free trial of Premiere, but at the time it was just too much hassle to get it. I said, you know what? Movie Maker 2.6 does everything I needed to do, and it's fine. It does make me the extra step of having to re-encode the camera's MP4 files to AVI to import them into Movie Maker, but I'm used to that too. And the video is all done. So I'm going to hit finish. I'm going to minimize that. And now I will go to the actual folder where the files are. And now here is the completed video. And this is the video that we uploaded to YouTube. I'll go full screen with it. Scooby Scooter.
I'll show you.
And Piper.
This is a Scooby Scooter.
Hershey with almonds. Those electric scooters are pretty cool.
The company Scooby.co. They've been putting these electric scooters on the east end of Pittsburgh. This is their third year doing it. They got a good deal on these. Didn't see, but
Only part I don't like is that they limit them to 30 miles an hour. Because if they go faster than 30, you have to have a motorcycle license.
Electric scooters, and they'll run up to 30 miles an hour. I have made videos faster than 30 miles an hour going down a hill, but that's probably not a good idea. And yes, let's see. I do expect.
I'm going to skip through it a little bit.
The plan was to put the camera somewhere, and I'll ride these. Let's start by doing that. Yeah, come on, I know what you're thinking. Have a clear day. Okay. Right. Okay, it's been
All right.
Scooby Scooter.
Cut, print. Video editing complete. And I did that whole thing in 58 minutes and 37 seconds. Wow. I really hadn't thought about the time, but I thought it would take longer. So that video is done, and now I can upload that straight to YouTube and set its name and all the little details about it. And it's complete. I'll do that after a while. I thought about making this video longer. I thought about making this video and go World of Warcraft and play for a while. Maybe I should make that a separate video. And for those of you who may be wondering, Tim, what is this scene on your screen? This is from when I lived out in Los Angeles. This, where I'm standing at, taking the picture, is up at the Getty Museum on the west side of LA. This is I-405 going down the west side of the city. Where you can't see in the picture, over here is the Santa Monica Pier and Venice Beach. This is Culver City, and downtown LA is way back there. And now you know that. All right. I think I'm going to make another video like this, another stream. I'm going to get a WoW and play for a while. But I'll stop this one here because this is a stream for the video editing. I'll make a separate stream for the World of Warcraft. So hang on a few minutes and I will stop this stream, set some details on YouTube, and then start that stream. I'm going to hit end broadcast. Hit end broadcast again. There it is.